Hello and welcome back to Stick to Fitness, brought to you by my co-host Archie and myself, Hymsuen. So Christmas has passed and you're standing in front of the mirror, bloated with only the bounties left in the celebrations box. You dust off your workout gear and you start to mutter the same old promise. This year, this time, I'm finally going to get fit. Fast forward a few weeks later and you're back on the couch binge watching Squid Games, and your gym membership is just another untouched subscription leaving your bank account each month. If you're nodding your head, you are not alone. In fact, studies show that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February. And in today's episode, we're going to uncover the real reasons why your New Year's fitness resolutions always seem to crash and burn. So before you write another doomed resolution list, stick around because what I'm about to share could be the game changer you need to finally make those fitness goals stick. So Archie, do you ever make, or have you ever made any fitness resolutions before?
I think a lot of mine I think when you're involved in fitness, kind of, it just carries on. Yeah. It's year to year, isn't it?
Fitness resolution was the resolution that you made at the very start of...
so you just carry on. Did I hit my fitness resolution this year? I didn't.
No? Did you have one?
Well, I wanted to deadlift 300 plus kilos, but then I blew my back out, didn't I, in September time. So
what did you get to in the end?
Pulled 290 for a triple.
I think you had 300 in you.
Yeah, I know, but what I should have done...
But you never just did it?
No, I never did it. I was waiting till it would come up in the program.
Right.
And then I just, instead of doing it for like one, it would be for it's in the program. So it's kind of like once it's in the program, then it's almost like you've done it already, sort of thing, rather than, I just bottled it. But when I did 290 for free, that's when I blew my back out.
Oh, shit. Was it on the third or?
No, but I felt fine afterwards. Honestly, it wasn't until the next day I woke up and was like, I can't even get dressed.
Holy shit.
I was having these crazy back pains. So I didn't achieve my fitness New Year's resolution goal. But so what we do, we just add another 10 kilos to it for 2025. So 310.
Was your back better now?
Yeah, so I'm going to start deadlifting in January again. Yeah. So I've been going to see people to kind of fix it. So. I pulled 320 and I didn't pull more than, I'd say 220 for 10. I think. Yeah. 10, 12 maybe reps, something like that. I think, I did 220 for 18.
That's what I mean. But
prep.
My reps to max ratio is weird. So like I can't rep out that much, but I can keep going 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, like high.
I think for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change I think one of the things why people fail is that their programming doesn't align or their planning doesn't align to what their goals are.
Right, okay.
So if you're like, right, I want to get in shape or whatever, you're focusing too much on the other aspect of it. So you're like, your training doesn't align with your nutrition that then doesn't get executed properly.
What's unrealistic, I guess, expectations is why.
Yeah, or you don't change, or like for some people, they don't change anything. So it's like, right, I want to gain 10 kilos of muscle doing the same training program that I've done for the last year where I gained no muscle. So almost like taking a step back and like evaluating what kind of went well and what you need to do better, like moving forward, and not having, you got the goal, but then it's like about having the plan underneath it. Say, right, how am I going to get here to the top? And actually being like quite brutally honest to say like, well, this is going to hinder me. I'm good at this. I'm not good at that. What do I need to improve on to then ultimately like get there? So I know like for me, to go back to mine, is like when I changed, so I was just doing high rep deadlifts, like you said, with the goal of pulling 200 plus. It's like, well, is that the best thing to be doing? So then I changed my programming and went back to like more lower rep numbers, like not working really above 6. But so I'm going to try and go back to that. And I've also started back squatting again.
Oh shit.
For the first time in bloody hell, 11 years.
Really?
I'm going to commit because...
Are you doing just normal bar?
Just normal bar, yeah. Normal bar. I can't do that safety bar.
You're the pussy pad.
No.
You had the gloves on, yeah?
I used to.
Yeah.
No, so I want to do... Like, I don't know if I'll be able to achieve what I want to do on the squat this year.
What was that?
I want to do 260.
260? Just for a single?
Just for a single.
Just what's the most that you've done?
240.
240?
240 when I was 21. Then I tried 260, got halfway up and it came back down. I've not squatted.
Is that when you had the knee wraps all the way up to your quad?
Yeah, exactly. Like doing nothing.
Or your hip. All the way up to your hip.
Doing nothing. So I think that's... Like in an ideal world, that's what would happen. But like I squatted the other day and it was like...
That's scary, man, 260.
What's your squat? You've done more than that.
I think my max that I did 10 years ago was 255. in competition. But it was fucking scary. I don't know. I did 250. And when I do 250 on comp day, it's fine. Because you've got loads of loads of spotters, adrenaline. You're just doing it for one. You don't have to walk it out. You've got like these really like calibrated plates. They're all close. When you're in the gym, those 20 kilo plates are far, and it just makes it look. It's like putting bumper plates there. It just makes it look so far.
But I think the squatting thing is like part of it is ego because it's like unfinished business, if you like.
Yeah.
And the fact that I've not committed to it for 11 years. Like I did a lot of front squatting during that time, but I've not committed to the back squat. And like even the other day, like I had 140 on. I was like, shit, this feels a bit heavy. I'm like, I'm going up in like 10. So I'd go 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. Whereas before it'd be like 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, 5 plate, 6, that. Just going up in plate. So it's a bit weird, but I'm liking the thing of like relearning the movement and stuff as well because I do enjoy it.
That's how I felt with bench press, man. And then I fucked my wrist up.
Yeah. So hopefully, if I stay injury free, then hopefully I've just made an excuse, haven't I?
Yeah.
I've just put negativity out there. And I think that is something as well people do is like they either the goal's too unrealistic or the goal is realistic, but then they're already looking for like, well, so many different things can happen instead of just committing to it. So I know what I'm going to do. I've got it planned out. So hopefully I'm going to continue coming down a little bit more weight to like 108 and kind of hopefully stay between 108, 112. Because last time I squatted, I was 125 kilos. So obviously there's a lot of different variables.
It's just a bodyweight squat, really.
Yeah, so it's a lot of different variables at play. But I think what I've done is I've just looked at it and said, right, this is what I want to do. I'm not bothered about.
What's your weight at the moment?
111.
Oh, shit.
So I'll come down from 125 again.
Yeah.
We've come down like quite a bit. It's in 3 months.
Yeah.
Which is good, I guess.
You look so much leaner than 110 though. Like, you look like you would be more like 105, 100s.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I tell people I'm that weight, they're like, but it's because my legs, isn't it? They are
that's
big.
where they're
fat.
heavy G is at.
Yeah. I got abs, but I've got nothing, like legs just non-existent. Just look like...
Just like 200 kilo legs.
Just like inflated. So, but yeah, no. I think definitely got to have a plan. And...
What do you think? Why do you find people set these unrealistic goals? Like,
because social media.
Is it?
It's a norm.
But like, if you've never done it before, what makes you think that it's going to be a real? Is it just like, oh, it's a new year, I can do this?
Well, I think it's about like, I think for a lot of people, it's like they're trying to hype themselves up, isn't it? So it's like, I've never squatted before, but I've seen this guy do 200 kilos for something or whatever.
Must be standard.
Yeah, so that's like standard practice, isn't it? And when it becomes in your face more.
Yeah.
Like you go on Instagram or TikTok now or YouTube, you're seeing these guys like doing...
You see 4 or 5 plate dead, like squats.
Easy,
Often.
And it's regular.
Common, yeah.
Or like a 4 plate bench press. You're like, I can do that. And it's like...
No, you can't.
Well, no, yeah, you can't. Like, and that's where being realistic comes into play.
It's hard, isn't it? When you see more people do it, you think it's realistic, right? And then when you actually come to do it, you're like, actually, shit, man, the people that I follow, they're not normal.
But I always look at it as well as like, so I use the gym pin. So I used it even today on the shoulder press and I put a 20 plate on. And some guy asked to like come in as well. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. And it's like, he was like saying, well, first he was asking what the pin was and I was trying to explain to him. And it's like, that stack is for normal, like if you're a normal person at normal strength, the stack is like a realistic.
What you do?
Shoulder press.
Oh,
shoulder press.
Wow. Gym pin in that, yeah?
Of course. Jeez. Because on the hammer strength one, they can't fit any more plates on it. So
which one is that? The MTS one?
Yeah.
That's nice.
No, not the MTS one. It's the different one. It's the setbacks one. So the plate loaded hammer strength one, I can't get any more plates on it. So I've gone onto the machine to try and just do something a bit different. And it's a bit safer.
Okay.
It's not unilateral though. So it's a bit annoying. But I was trying to explain to him like, or we was having a conversation that like, for most people, getting to the end of a stack is a big... Like most people can't do the stack on anything. And they won't be able to.
Yeah. I don't think I stack anything.
You'd be able to stack like some leg extensions and hamstring curls and stuff.
Leg extensions hard. I never really stacked
leg extension. I put another 30 kilos on top.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so shit at leg extensions. I stack the barbell.
Yeah, you stack well. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's more impressive. So
yeah, I stack those.
But I think just like so that for some people, the stack would be like a realistic kind of expectation, wouldn't it? Of that.
I don't know. I don't think many people can.
No, but that's what I mean. But getting to the end of a stack is like
It's a big thing.
You're in the top, whatever percentage of people
Yeah.
on most machines. You would
If
say
you're not like launching it, yeah.
Yeah. No, nice control, good
Yeah.
tempo, like whatever.
Mm.
But even if you're launching it, it's still most people aren't launching it. No, but you know what I mean though? They're not though, are they? And so I think for most people, getting to the end of a stack is something where like, even for some people, it's like it's unrealistic. You're not going to get to that point.
Is that New Year's resolution to stack machines?
I think so.
Shit.
But like sometimes just like, right, mini goal of it is like any machine that I use, I want to put like at least a 5 kilo on top or something.
Mm.
For me, for example, is like any machine I want to use or go into any gym, just like stack the machine, bang, next.
Fucking gym owners must hate you.
5 kilos.
Snapping all the machine cables.
No, but like they're proper machines. It's all right, isn't it? So I remember like being in the old gym and it was like, that was a goal of mine, was like, right, any like machine I use, I want to be able to put like weight on top.
Mm.
You get to the point like the hamstring curl, line hamstring curl, leg extension, shoulder press, you're putting like 10, 20 kilos on.
It's pretty cool though, isn't it?
I got video of me on the MTS hammer strength one with 20 plate or extra on top of each side, like repping it. But then it's also about just being used to the movements, isn't it? But like that for me is like a mini goal. It's not like a New Year's resolution. Like New Year's resolution, me like, well, I want to compete.
Right, okay.
So
it's like a goal for the year rather than a short-term goal.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So I think like for me, you should have a goal. Every time you go into the gym, there's a goal, isn't there?
Mm.
What you want to achieve. Because if you're tracking, logbooking, whatever, like your numbers are there. And like, you know, serious lifters, you know, you've got to make sure that you're beating the logbook every single time.
Why do you think people make resolutions then? Every year? Just to not succeed or just to
not
fail
succeed.
Like why what's like, do you feel like people are doing it less now?
I think a lot of it is pressure.
As in like people ask you like, what's your New Year's resolution kind of thing? You feel like you
feel like you have to be, I think it's that thing of like, you have to be working towards something all the time. And if you're not working towards something, it's like, well, what do you mean not working towards something?
Yeah.
What are you doing with yourself then?
Basic.
Yeah. Oh, get away from me. Non-ambitious. Like it's like that whole, again, it's social media, isn't it? It's like, look at me, look what I'm doing. I'm so much better than you. And this is how I'm doing it. And it's like, oh, I want to be like that person.
Do you think the older you get, you don't do these resolutions as much? I feel like I don't hear it as much anymore. Or maybe people don't want to share it because they're scared.
Yeah, because they're scared. Whereas like if you're putting, I guess if you're someone that's on social media, your goals are going to be more.
Because I get that a lot
out
now.
there, aren't
Like
you?
I'll have clients that almost like, oh, don't share anything because I don't want, or they say they come from somebody else.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I saw that so-and-so has been doing this program with you. And I'm just, I reached out, but I haven't spoken to that person.
Yeah.
So they don't want them to know that they're doing it. But I think that comes down to that pressure. It's like they don't want other people to know that they're doing it because they're scared.
Yeah, because if they don't do it, then it'd be like,
Yeah.
if you put out there and said, right, I'm going to do a bodybuilding comp, which a lot of people do,
Yeah.
then if you don't do it, it'll be like, well, why did you not do it? What happened? What is it? It's that acceptance of failure, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or like being comfortable, being able to fail and being like, actually, like, am I annoyed that I didn't deadlift 300?
Mm.
Yeah, it's annoying, but will it happen? Hopefully.
Yeah.
But it's about just reevaluating and rejigging things around, isn't
Then
it?
no one really actually cares other than yourself.
Yeah, of course. Who's ever asked me, like, what am I working towards? Because, you know, no one does.
Oh, you didn't hit 300? Well, you're a failure. No one really says that.
No one says that. But apart from maybe to myself, I do. It's like, that's annoying. Or it's annoying that it didn't happen. Because that was really, this year was where with the baby coming and stuff, that was the only thing that I was kind of focused towards. And all my energy and efforts were going into doing that.
Mm.
So it was like annoying from that point of view, because I spent the best part of 8 months working towards it, when really I probably could have pulled it back in March time, but I prolonged it because I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
But part of that fear was, I don't want to try it and not do it.
Yeah. Because then you're like, this was my chance to do it and I fucked it.
So at least in my head, it was like, if it's on my program, wherever numbers come from the program, I'm not missing.
Mm. Yeah.
I'm not missing. So if it came up for like a double or a triple, happy days, pulled it for a double or a triple.
Yeah.
But to be like, okay, right, so I'm going to walk up and I'm...
today's on. Let me try it.
Today's on. It's like, no, that puts... That, again,
That's
would
the pressure,
put too
isn't
much
it?
pressure on myself. I don't really cope well under that type of pressure, if that makes sense. I don't mind pressuring other people, putting pressure on myself, because then it'll be the lead up to it. And this used to happen. This is why I used to hate deadlifting on prep, because as your body weight's coming down, you want to keep progressing.
Mm.
Week to week, will be like, shit, gotta got to do this. I think we spoke about like not even tracking lifts for a period of time because it was just putting too much pressure. Then when you did it, it was like that sense of relief.
Yeah.
Until you got home and realized, oh shit, I got to do that again for like another rep or two next week. It's like, I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah.
And then the whole week in your head, you're just like,
but that's the whole beauty of it.
of course, but that's the fun. That is the fun part.
Yeah.
To an
and then you
extent.
do it, and you're like, oh shit, I did it. And then next
Yeah, but
week
it's like anything though. It's like
thing.
when you do get to the end of your goal, it's like, okay, well, so what am I going to do now then?
Yeah.
I
The
cheat
next
it.
extreme thing.
Yeah, exactly. So that's about also that pressure of failing internally and internalizing it. Is why I think a lot of people fail.
But why fitness? Why do people make fitness goals? I think fitness New Year's resolutions are the most common thing, right? Why don't people go, oh, I want to be a pro footballer, you know?
Because anyone can do fitness.
Yeah, you think?
Well, anyone can. Anyone can join a gym.
Yeah.
You can't walk up to Arsenal and say, can I play?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no...
You can't walk up to them and say, can I join in? But whereas if you walk into a gym and you were deadlifting, someone can walk up to you and say, can I hop in?
Yeah. But no one ever says, oh, I want to be fucking latte art professional, you know?
A what?
Latte art, you know, you do the milk and shit. Like, no one ever says, I want to get really
You don't
good
know
at
that though, because it's not your environment.
No, but
There'll be a barista out there that's like, I'm going to tell you what, I'm making the best lattes.
I hear fitness all the time. Like from
but you're in fitness.
But from people who are not into fitness, and they will put it on their
because it's
social media
accessible, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's accessible.
But so
And
is
it's-
latte art.
But how beneficial is that to your life?
Yeah, I guess.
If you're obese,
Yeah.
if you're having more lattes with full fat milk, that's not benefiting you. So if you're practicing loads of lattes, you better drink them afterwards.
Yeah.
Whereas like fitness is that, and I think fitness is just like one of them things where
It's got a knock-on effect to everything else, right?
but I think it's quite cool as well.
I think it's like a...
And it's also a thing of like, what did you do today? It's like, I went to the gym.
Yeah.
And it's like, what did you do today? And it's like, I done nothing. It's like, ha, I'm better than you. Like,
You think people say that?
yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah. It's because then it's like
Yeah.
when they say, well, yeah, I was with my trainer today, or I did an hour, I did whatever I'd done. And it's like, and it's literally like, it's like one-upmanship, isn't it? It's like, what did you do?
What?
But it's like I said to you, didn't I? You said you're going to go to the gym this morning, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I said, did you go?
That's like, nah.
And he's like, nah. I was like, well, I did.
Yeah, but I'll go after.
Yeah, you go after. Yeah, but I went before. I was up early. I was grinding. Where were you?
I was at home.
I was thinking of you.
I was at home
in the gym.
planning the podcast.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah, I guess fitness is tied with a lot of good things as well, like self-esteem, confidence, all that kind of.
But then why does it only
buzzwords.
last for most people a month?
That's a good
Do
question.
you think reality sets in?
I think there's a number of things. You know, it's that reliance of motivation as well, right? So a lot of times you start we like starting fresh, like Monday.
Yeah.
Fucking start Monday. Yeah. Start of the month, you know?
I love
Or-
starting on a Monday.
Yeah, Monday, start of the month.
What date is New Year this year? Let me have a
I
look
think
at
it's a
it.
Tuesday as well. Tuesday.
Oh, that's so annoying. So that's going to
Because
set
last year was a Monday, right?
That's going to set.
I think it's
some-
a Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, it is. It's Tuesday. So that's
it?
going to set. No, it's a Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
That's going to set some people back.
it's-
Some people are like, I'll wait till the 6th.
Oh. They're not going to start before, are they?
no, basically everyone's starting on the 6th this year.
Yeah.
2025.
Yeah, the 6 is when people are going to start, right? I start before, man. So this year I have a fitness New Year's resolution. Actually, yeah.
Wow,
Actually,
because you've been part-time this year. So
I've been
what is it?
Fucking part-time, man. I've been
What is
dad
it?
bod. I just want to get back into like training properly again.
Okay.
Like,
Well, what is properly?
properly is like
Consistent,
I went
consistently.
So I went back to Singapore, right? And I saw some of my friends and whatever.
They said
And-
where your gains gone.
Nah. But then obviously you look back at pictures and whatever from the last time.
You were shredded last time.
And
you
I
were
was
in
just looking
Singapore.
back, and when I used to live in Singapore, I was like, fuck. You know, I wasn't as big, right? But I liked the way that I looked, especially in my upper body, shoulders. Like I just felt like this is a fucking
Insert
good,
image here.
yeah, this is a good physique. And my hair was atrocious, but
You had like a Mohican going on,
I
didn't
had
you?
some wild shit going on, man. It's going through a midlife crisis.
You had a little mohawk.
But I loved, like, that was the look that I really liked. And that was when I was training I was training like push-pull legs. I remember like 3 days on, 1 day off, like religiously. And nothing, like fitness was our priority. And it was...
but obviously priorities change.
Of course. But that is the physique that I think the way that I trained, the things that I was doing, that's what made that physique. So that's like, for me, it's like, okay, this year, this is what I want to get back to. I need to just, it doesn't necessarily mean that I have to make fitness like my top priority.
Yeah.
Like again, like.
Well, I don't think it ever will be your top priority again.
Yeah. But it's
going to be third, isn't it?
I need to start making, well, who's second?
your business, your work.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's, it's bringing it back at least to stay at third. Because I think a lot of the time it's a bit like, it starts to shift. It's like it goes down, you're like, oh, you know, there's certain days where you're just
it's
like,
hard. Once it goes down, it's hard to bring it back up again, isn't it?
I've never felt that in my life. Like, this is the first time in ever, like from when I started, that I've kind of felt like, shit, man, grown up. And I've taken a step back a little bit from it. Like, I'm not competing.
Yet.
Yeah, I was not competing that year. So I was just kind of like almost use that as an excuse to be like, and that's the thing. Is I think when you start to let things go a bit, you start to create more and more excuses.
Yeah, of course.
And there's more things that get in the way. You're like, oh, it's okay. And I just see myself doing that more this past year than I've ever let myself do in the past.
But I think that's okay because, like I said, you've reflected on it. I think that's when a lot of people just mess up each year because they're not looking at why did it not work last year and why did it not work the year before? Why am I still in the same place that I'm not happy with? And fitness-wise, I'm not making any progress. Well, it's because you haven't looked back at the year previously and seen kind of what went well and what didn't work. And then you can kind of adjust moving forward. But people don't do that. And I think that's where having like a coach or something is important because if you don't hit your goals with a coach...
You get reviewed every week, man.
Yeah, getting reviewed every single week and you're getting feedback and you're getting like criticism as well when necessary to say this wasn't good enough or this was really good. And then also working with your coach, they can then plan for the following year. So then, because, right, we hit this goal. We didn't hit that one, so we're going to roll that one over. Why did we not hit it? Maybe you got married or you had a midlife crisis, changed jobs, something's like, right, are we going to be more stable this year moving forward? Is this goal now realistic? Yes, it is. Okay, well, then let's work towards that.
Yeah, definitely. Hiring a coach solves a lot of these problems. Like you're talking about unrealistic expectations. They're going to fucking give you the realistic expectation, right? Because they know if they're good, they know what's realistic and they tell you it straight. Planning wise, you don't need to fucking plan. Coaches, your coach is going to do that for you.
Just eliminates the thought process for you.
Yeah. Accountability, that's what they're there to chase you
exactly.
for, right? And I think those kind of big things are why people fail New Year's resolution. So probably if you know that every single year you don't hit your goals in terms of the resolutions that you make, maybe it's worth hiring somebody.
That can help you.
Shameless plug. But hiring someone can definitely
use code Stick to Fitness for 50% off.
Yeah. Offer only lasts before the New Year's.
Yeah. Because we're going to get that influx coming in January.
But I think another reason why people fail with the New Year's resolution, we'll go back to kind of like my own reason why I failed before was this year is life. Your priorities change in life, right? So I think in the new year, you feel super motivated to be like, yes, I'm going to start this. It's Monday. It's January the 1st. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Yeah, man, January 6th this year. I'm ready to go. But then, and there's nothing, usually you've just had all the socials, right? You've done 2 weeks or 1 month of binging on these socials and you're just like, fuck, I'm socialed out. So then the new year comes and often, work is busy. Everyone's traveling again, for work, whatever. And there isn't so many socials. People do that thing like dry Jan, right? Where people are not drinking. So it's easy to do that for the first month. And then as the year progresses, you start booking in holidays, people start getting married, shit starts to happen. And that's when the realism of, life is happening again. And you don't know how to navigate your goals around life and implement it. And it's that I guess that short-sighted.
And a coach will navigate that for you.
It's that short-sightedness, right? During that phase where you're just like, fuck man, there's like, my life's happening again. So, this fitness thing is going to take a little bit, but it's a bit more boring now. It's not as exciting as the beginning of the year. And you might be burnt out as well because you
went hard.
Yeah, you went hard at the beginning. You're like,
also, progress might stall, and then you're a bit like, oh, this isn't.
Yeah.
For that first month, you probably lose the most weight you're going to lose throughout the whole period of time, or
because you've gone hard.
Because you went hard, yeah, and then you're like, oh, actually, I've not lost weight now for 2 weeks. This is boring.
You celebrate, right? So you're like, yeah, I've lost weight, so I'm going to just back off a little bit and chill. And then you're like, yeah, well, that's why.
Yeah, and you only lost water.
and that's why.
You only lost your water weight.
Yeah, that's
it. You won a buffaloes. You only lost your water weight and a bit of glycogen from your muscles.
And you start drinking water again.
But what is it? It takes 2 weeks to like get into any sort of like fat loss sort of deficit, isn't it?
Personally, for me, I feel like whether that deficit, I think it's going to take you at least 4 to 6 weeks to see anything from your physique. Some people lose 10 kilos and see nothing.
Yeah.
Like you just drop 10. It's wild.
So much water.
You drop 10. It's not even water. You drop 10 kilos of something from your body, but you just can't see it on your physique. And that just shows how out of shape that you really were before. And it's like, oh shit. But you have made some progress in terms of the scale weight. Great. But, you're after the changes in terms of your physique. And I think that's where a lot of people give up as well. It's like, oh, I've lost 10 kilos, but then I've not really changed my physique. Oh, is this really worth it?
Yeah.
It's like, shit, man, it's going to take you time to do it, right? I think New Year's resolutions should be a good way to start. It should be a start to your like life goals or something that you want, that is going to be a long-term behavior change that you want to stick to. Don't use it as a short-term like mini goal setting that we're talking about. Like start the year and go, you know what? This thing that I've been procrastinating on, this fitness thing, this is a new start. It's a fresh year. It's a fucking Monday. It's the 6th of Jan. I'm ready to go. I'm going to start this. And it's just there to help me to stop the procrastination. But throughout the year, I need to keep this up all the way until the next year. And I'm going to keep this going now from there. And that's how you should be using the New Year's resolution, not to do that rather than to be like, oh, this is just a mini goal that I'm going to do for now because it's popular.
But having that big goal and then having the weekly, daily goals that need to feed into that as well, I think, because if you just have a long-term goal, it's kind of like you said, there's no wins, is there then? Till about 6 months, you might get there, but you need to have something where it's each day it's like a sense of achievement, or after each session, you'll be walking out thinking like, yeah, hell yeah, like I did something. I've achieved something, like that hour that I've spent or 2 hours or however long wasn't a waste of time. So having those mini wins as well.
Yeah.
I think that's why having like the weekly check-ins and stuff is like, you're going to get feedback.
Help you to deal with those setbacks as well, right? That you're inevitably going to have in terms of plateau. So I guess to summarize, how to make your New Year's resolution successful is going to be obviously set realistic goals for yourself. Something that you can keep doing even if life persists, right? And things happen. Plan for it. So the more detailed that you have in terms of your plan, what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, that's going to be really important for you to keep doing it. And then hire a coach. If you're not sure, if you don't know how to do it, if you failed in the past, hiring a coach is going to just speed up that process. And it's going to help you in terms of accountability, especially when shit gets tough. Is there anything else I missed off on that?
I think like just to go back to what you said about it being tough is that you're just trying to achieve something that you've never done before. It's going to be hard.
It's supposed to be. Right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be hard. It's like that old cliche. It's like it was easy, everyone would do it. And it is gonna be hard, and there will be setbacks, not just plain sailing.
If it was easy, it'd be called your mum. I love a mum joke. Okay, we'll leave that there. Okay, that's a wrap on today's episode. Remember, Rome was not built in a day, and neither was The Rock's biceps. So don't beat yourself up if you're still looking like shit next Tuesday. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to leave a review on iTunes and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And you can find me at Gym With Him on Instagram, and my co-host is at Archie13 with 2 E's. Thank you all for listening, and we wish you a very happy new year. Bye-bye.